reactjs is one of the best front-end library to create the single pages applications, and there is an emerging pattern of coding known as functional based programming approach that is nowadays becoming most popular into the React world. And that programming approach uses the various kind of hooks to extend the features of the React application. So in this video we are going to discuss one of the interesting hook which is called as the useState hook. So let's make it easy and let's get started. So before moving further, let us first discuss what are hooks. So hooks are the special function that lets you hook the special feature of the hooks into your React function. So if I take an example, useState is a similar type of a hook that lets you or create some state variable into your React applications. So now you may be definitely thinking, what are these state variables? So let's make it super simple. State variables are nothing. They are just a simple variables that any programming language may use. For example, integer, string, arrays, objects, etc. So let's take a look at the syntax of the useState function. So as presented onto my screen, useState function take an initial value. You can also say it as a default value, and it may be anything. It may be integer, string, array, or object. And the two parameter, one is the current value that is stored at any moment of a time into that state variable, and the second parameter is basically a function which is also known as the state updating function. So this function is basically used to update the value of that particular state at a particular moment of time. So there is a lots of theoretical part. Let's take a deep dive into the practical way. So let's get started. As presented onto my screen, I'm going to use this empty React component, and inside this component I'm going to declare this useState function from the React library. So this you need to import while using the useState function into your functional component. Second thing, I'm declaring this const variable, or you can say that the state variable with the name of a count, and the second parameter is definitely a state updating function, which is which you can use to update the value of this state at any particular time of doing your development. And inside this useState function there will be a default value for this state variable. So now we are going to use the return method to return some HTML elements through our component. So the first element we are going to declare as a div. Inside this div, we are going to declare the paragraph tag, in which we are going to show the information of that particular count state variable. Whatever the value is stored into the count variable, we are going to show that. So just like this, you click inside the curly bracket, we are going to output the value stored into the count value, just like this. The second element we are going to declare is the button element, by which we are going to update the value of the count state variable. So the button, and second will be the closing element of this button. So just like this. On clicking of this button component, we are going to call a function that is that will be the responsible to update the value of this count state variable with the help of this state updating function. So just like this, on clicking of this button, I am going to call a arrow function, which is going to call this a set count, which is a state variable state updating function. And what I'm doing, I'm just increasing the value of count by 1. So just like this. So see the output. That's it. I hope all your doubt related to the use effect function are now cleared. So in the coming video, I'm going to upload the facts about the use effect function. So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned.